Hello everyone, I'm the lovely Debbie McGee.
And I'm the even lovelier Debbie Arnold.
Some people think so.
Yes, exactly.
And welcome to the show. We've got so much on it for you today. I'm very excited because we've got a top aesthetic pioneer, Dr. Patrick Treacy, with us.
Yes, he's wonderful, a fantastically interesting and rather funny man. Also, we've got Nat's Nuggets and more from our new girl on the block, Ate.
And surgery day for our very own Dee. So stay with us for Beauty Investigates.
We have him.
We do,
He's
indeed.
here. He's here at last, flown in from Ireland. Gosh, his arms must be tired. It's such an old joke, isn't it?
It is, yeah, bury that one. We're delighted to welcome Dr. Patrick Treacy to the studio. Hello, Patrick.
Hi, and I'm flew from Paris to Dublin and to
And
Southampton.
So your arms must be even tighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. So, Patrick, you've done so much in your life, but where did it all begin?
Originally, I grew up in Northern Ireland. I wanted to do plastic surgery, but Margaret Thatcher took my grant. 1981, you remember, she pulled money out of science and education.
How does a boy from Northern Ireland want to be a cosmetic surgeon?
Why not?
Yeah.
We would have got a lot of practice in the early days. I've had an interest in history, you know, and when I was about 13 or 14, I won the British Amateur Young Scientist competition in the days of Jim Callaghan and Magnus Pike.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was a disruptor very early on. I came up with this method of making mum beings grow secondary to sound. So as a consequence, it is around the time that Prince Charles started talking to plants.
Yeah.
Whether the two are associated or not, we don't know. But some people draw the analogy between the two things. And I then, the year afterwards, won the Aer Lingus one. So I've always been a pioneer in terms of looking at things differently.
I know that recently you've won a big award from China, but you've won loads. And you've also won Man of the Year in Ireland.
Yeah, I won Irish Man of the Year a few weeks ago, which was nice for humanitarian work.
Yeah.
It's always nice to be recognised for giving back.
We're going to have you on a few other shows as well, because your life is just incredible, and I know you're going to talk to us about some of the treatments and things that can help our viewers.
Sure. Yeah.
Listen, your book. Tell us
Yes.
about your book.
Don't give up on your dreams.
I've faced many challenges in my life. First, financial ones in terms of getting through medicine when Margaret took my grant away halfway through. So I had to come up with innovative ways, which included smuggling cars to Germany in a period that sometimes you've got to balance risk against opportunity, and you've got to be a bit brave. And then I became a prisoner of Saddam Hussein.
As you do.
You know, as you do, yeah. And I know listeners saying, well, God, you know, I've got cancer now. This is a long way from being in a prison in Iraq. But it's the same sort of insecurities you're facing. And what's the future going to hold? You know, in terms of not losing hope, in terms of turning, I suppose, what seems like hopelessness into an opportunity for growth. For the
So
rest of
don't
life.
give up on your dreams is
Yes.
going to be our mantra
Yes.
for everybody.
But I'm the
Or
same.
they'll
I
give up
just,
on you.
you know, people say be realistic, and I say if you're realistic, you won't do anything.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
So
'cause
don't be realistic
Sick.
and don't give up on your dreams.
Well-
Yeah, I think you have to take an active mindset and say, the past is the past, I can do nothing about it. I am where I am now, so what do I do
Yeah.
with this?
And also, when you think about the past, it weakens you because
Oh,
you go
totally.
back into it.
Oh,
But if
totally.
you're in
You
the
get
present,
overwhelmed with guilt and-
but
yes.
if you're in the present, you are strong. But if you're
Yes.
in the future, you're weak as well.
Yes.
So you've just got to keep here
Absolutely.
and now.
And I think it responds also, to our sort of Debbie, to the mindset of the people who meet you.
Yes.
You know, and we know this from Botox, if that sort of people who get toxed, it's not just that they look better, it's because people respond to them in a different way, because they don't look tired, they're interesting. You know, people who look cross or who look tired and their eyes have dropped. I mean, girls in the Roman Empire used this to their advantage. Many years ago when they were chatting up guys, they took belladonna and dropped it in their eyes so it widened their pupils, so the person thought they were really interested in them. So we're just doing that in another fashion 2,000 years later.
we have that in Natalie's Nugget. I mean, the evolution of aesthetic medicine, though, has been quite astonishing, hasn't
Absolutely. Yes, I wrote a book recently on the evolution of aesthetic medicine and who has the territory. And we better not forget that King George in 1745 started the Royal Colleges, so he took surgery from the barbers doing it, which is the reason we still have a barber's pole on most surgical signs, you know, to make it a regulated industry. But the School of Athena, back 2,000 years ago, were looking at this also, and the people who practiced aesthetic medicine in its form then, which was peels and pigmentation, and, you know, actually weren't allowed into the school. But for a period they were. Then the church, of course, went against it. So particularly a big problem in Britain today. So doctors be doing it, so nurses be doing it, so beauticians be doing it. And this is an age-old problem. It's nothing new, you know, as to who should do what or who owns the territory of doing what. But we can chat about that in one of the later programmes.
For now, it's just been wonderful. Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you,
also.
darling. And now we have another of Atte's investigations. Aren't you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm waiting to watch.